Hi, I'm Nick Bryant, one of the general partners at Search Fund Ventures, and today we're going to talk about becoming an accredited investor, why it matters, what the requirements are, and what you can do once you have that. So, it's not something you have to apply for. An accredited investor is simply someone who has either $1 million net worth outside of their personal home, so no personal real estate counting towards net worth, 200K income solo for 2+ years, or 300K income combined with a spouse. Now, once you can prove that, you can invest in all sorts of really cool above market stuff. So you can invest in private equity funds, you can invest in search funds, which is what Search Fund Ventures does. You can invest in hedge funds, venture capital that's investing in early stage startups. It's known to be a lucrative space. Real estate syndications, which is some really exciting opportunities in the world of real estate where they're putting together a bunch of money from investors and buying, $10-20 million properties or bigger. And then private placements, which is just another way of saying raising money for a private venture of any type. So the accredited investor designation is actually saying, let's loosen the regulations a bit because you're someone who has that ability to go in and look at a deal and figure out whether it's a good deal or not. You know what to look for. So it's kind of like the barrier to being a professional investor is what I would say. So now you can become an angel investor. You can become a private equity investor. So it really opens up the world of professional investing once you meet this criteria. So different options for being approved. As I said, this is really what the SEC wants you to know is you need an annual income exceeding $200,000, or if you're jointly filing, $300,000. And that needs to be for 2 years with the expectation of that income continuing for the current year. So you're gonna have to prove that. The next way you could qualify is with your net worth. If you have a net worth exceeding $1 million and that doesn't include your current house, the value of your residence, and that could be you and your spouse, to show basically your investment fund accounts to prove that. But then you could be an accredited just off of net worth. The other is professional experience. So finance professionals, when they get certain credentials or when they're working on certain types of projects, they can become an accredited investor because it's assumed that they understand finance. And then actually entities themselves, such as businesses with assets exceeding 5 million, can be accredited investors as well. So a business can invest in a private fund. So why is this important? Well, first of all, opportunity access. If you want to get above market returns by investing in alternative investments, you're going to need access to this kind of stuff. So you're going to have to be an accredited investor one way or another. There are platforms like Yield Street that have options for non-accredited investors, and they do that by using what's called Reg CF, Reg crowdfunding. And there's different restrictions there, but you get basically things are a lot more put together when you get like a crowdfunding investment. They tend to be bigger, they tend to be lower return. They're packaged for the masses, right? So it's important to realize that investing on Yield Street on their crowdfunding stuff is a lot different than being an accredited investor investing in private placements, right? So accredited investors are assumed to understand the risks. Usually an accredited investment has that possibility of going to zero, and that is a real problem. But the upside generally will dwarf that. So you'll have a much higher upside. So it's assumed that you understand how to construct a portfolio that can handle having, some complete failures as well as many big successes. So venture is a perfect example where the majority of venture capital investments fail. Basically one of their investments will return all those failures and make up for them, and then the second investment will basically become their profit. So that's how venture works, is they assume they're going to make 2 successful exits, and the rest of them are going to be either just flat or losing money. So things you're going to need if you're going to go down this route, one, documentation and verification. So you're going to need those documents that can verify that you're an accredited investor before you make investments. So keep those around, your tax returns, your net worth statements, letter from your financial advisor. The second thing is ongoing education. You're going to need to understand how to read investments, and there's a lot to it. Now, at Search Fund Ventures, we have a managed fund where you can join us and put in one check with us, and where you're investing in 20, 30 or so search fund investments. So by working with us, we can actually really streamline that process of learning what you need to learn, make it a lot easier for people who just say, I want exposure to this asset class. But also for the people who want to go deeper, we have the investor group syndicate. So for that, you can actually invest alongside us, deal by deal, look at deals with us. We can show you the diligence process. You can review deal memos, and you can actually help out on diligence. So there's very much an educational component we do. We want to make sure that we're educating investors. And the other key point is networking, right? If you're an accredited investor, you're going to live and die by your network, right? So that is, who do you know? What is their deal flow? What deals are coming in? And how are they vetting those deals? Where's the diligence? So surrounding yourself by a lot of entrepreneurs who are actually creating deals for you to invest in. You're going to really want to build a large network of entrepreneurs so you have deals coming in, but you're also going to want to build a big network of co-investors. And that's people like us, Search Fund Ventures. And luckily in the search fund space, unlike maybe the venture capital space, it's a lot less competitive and a lot more collaborative. So it's a great way to get into professional investing, whether you just want to do one check into a fund or you want to actually start going deeper into the network and doing your own deals alongside us. It's definitely a great space to get into professional investing. So once again, it's important to get your education and to build your network. And at Search Fund Ventures, that's what we're all about. We're happy to work with you and help you invest in this asset class that we are so thrilled about, that I personally left tech and tech investing to focus on this asset class. So if you're interested in going further into this space, just connect with me. I'm Nick Bryant, my partner Sean Smith. You can reach out to either of us. You can apply to join our investor group to invest alongside of us and get some education. Also, we have this email list which has, access to our course, which basically goes into the nitty-gritty of everything you need as an investor to really get started. So that's it. I'm Nick from Search Fund Ventures. I hope this was helpful for you. If you have any questions, please reach out to us. We also are happy to get on the phone and just chat. Have a good day.